Grace and Fire. My name is Glenda. Well, today I am participating in a wonderful collab called Jar It Up July 2023, which is hosted by Tony at Kettle Kitchen and Blue at Blue Self Reliance. Now, this is to shine a light on other things that you can jar up in your mason jars besides canning. Now, we all love canning. There's nothing wrong with canning, but there are more things that you can do with a mason jar and you can jar it up. Today I am taking you out to my garden because I am going to process different kinds of herbs and I'm going to be jarring that up. So to start with, I am harvesting some lemon basil that I overseeded. And rather than wasting the plant as I go ahead and thin it, I went ahead and I harvested all of the top of the leaves because they're perfectly fine, to be honest with you. And I love lemon basil, so this is going to be part of my project. I'm also harvesting some holy basil, which is perennial in my area. I am in zone 6B, and so I know that I can grow this and it'll come back year after year. That's what perennial means. But for this plant, I'm going ahead and I'm chopping it back 2/3 of the way. I'm only going to leave about 1/3 of the plant left because it will flush and it will give me more basil in about a week or two, depending on the weather. I love holy basil for so many different reasons. It has medicinal value, it has herbal value, it has wonderful culinary value. So I love it so much. Now I'm going ahead and I'm leaving the flowers that you just saw so that way it will reseed and I can get some more, whether it be for this year or next. I want more holy basil in my herbal garden. And as you can see, there's 1/3 of the plant left behind. Now over here is some thyme that I am growing, and I love thyme in so many different recipes. I haven't quite figured out the herbal medicinal value on it. I need to do my own research, but I love to cook with thyme. It adds such depth and wonderful flavor, and so I am so excited to have this in my perennial garden. This is something that I hope to be able to grow more of in the coming years, and that this plant goes ahead and spreads its way out across my herbal garden. But as I did with the holy basil, I am cutting this plant back. And then now I also grow herbs in pots. To your left is a chive. It is a garlic chive rather, and then to your right is your regular chives. Before I harvest the chives, I go ahead and I take the flowers off. I find value in that, and I will be showing you what I'm doing with those flowers, to be honest with you. But I'm going ahead, and the chives on the right, I'm going to be cutting that back down by 2/3. And this plant actually has been in this particular pot now for its 3rd season. I love growing chives. It's such a wonderful herb to add to so many different recipes. So as you can see, I'm chopping it back. Now, I will not be showing you what I'm jarring up in this video, but this is apple mint, and this has become one of my favorite herbs. Now, it isn't a big pot. I love to use it for my teas. And right next to it, I'm growing stevia. My goal is to get so much stevia for the next couple of years that I can take off growing it, because as you can see, there's some strawberries in there that were a volunteer, and I want to make that a strawberry bed in the coming years. But for this year, I have stevia growing in there, and it is so strong. It's not the same as what you buy in the store, although I do purchase that, but I personally have fallen in love with this plant. It is the one that keeps on giving. The more you chop it back, the more you get back, and to have that freeze dried, it really makes it so good, and you just need a little bit to go a long way. Now, as you can see, I had some runners on my strawberries, so I'm going ahead and I'm tucking them back in. Alright, as I said, I'm going to be freeze drying my herbs. First up is the mixed basil. So that's the lemon basil and the holy basil that's going in. And then the next tray is going to be some thyme, the chive flowers, and the chives. Oops, I had one just sticking up. Okay, I'll fix that. And then in the next tray is going to be more basil mix. Again, that is the lemon basil and the holy basil mixed together. And finally, you didn't see me chop these herbs up, but that is dill. I'm going to be using that in pickles. And you can also freeze dry lavender, and I will show you what I'm going to be doing with that lavender in a second. The next day, to your left is the holy basil and the lemon basil. In the middle is the dill and the lavender. That just looks so pretty. All right, and then in this one we have chives, and we have the chive flowers, and we have the thyme. And to your right is the basil mixture once again. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I have grapeseed oil, and I went ahead and I put my lavender in the jar. During the winter time, I like to make salves with lavender infused oils. It has so many beneficial properties. It smells amazing. My skin always appreciates it. So this will be part of a salve that I'm going to be making. And grapeseed oil is so good for the skin. Just take a moment and do your research. But it's something that I truly enjoy. And of course, this is organic, non-sprayed lavender, so it doesn't have any chemicals on it. I'm just going to push that down under the oil, and for the next 2 weeks, every day I give it a shake, and then after that I just shake it up once a week. You could do a heat method, but my preferred method is just to put it on the shelf and then just let it do its thing naturally. I have time anyhow. Next up is the chive flowers. Now, right now I'm saving up my chives, so you will see an oxygen absorber. That's temporary. But whenever I get enough chives, I'm going to be adding vinegar, a really good vinegar to that. And this will be part of my salad dressing vinegar that I like. It'll be really inflamed, have that chives flavor running through it. All right, so this is what I have. I have chives, I have lavender oil, I have chive flowers. All the way to the right is the dill that I'll be using when I pickle my pickles. And then this is the basil and thyme mixture in oil. I'm letting that sit. I'm going to be making my own herb infused olive oil. Give that one a try and let me know what you think. So we are going to be having a collab. Actually, Tony at Kettle Kitchen and Blue Self Reliance are hosting that. And make sure you check out each of these channels, all of the creators, and make sure you comment on each of their videos because that puts you in a chance to win a prize from them. And I just want to make sure you know YouTube StreamYard is not affiliated, not sponsoring this collab or any giveaways provided, but it is being hosted and provided, and it is the sole responsibility of Kettle Kitchen and Blue Self Reliance. So go over there and check that out. This is for 2023. All right, you guys, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.